Finally, we passed the test. It was only a matter of keeping the car nice and warm before it went in and a few little tweaks to the carburetor. So absolutely delighted. Gina's back on the road again at long last. So there's just one little problem on the way back actually. The temperature was dropping down as I was running along and it wasn't maintaining it. So I think we have a problem with the thermostat. And luckily I have a spare one, so I'm going to have a go at fitting that now. So I'll start by taking off this top radiator hose and draining off a little bit of the water from the top end of the engine. I've got a bucket underneath to catch all the water. At the moment I am actually just using water until I have everything operating properly. I'm going to use that because I might still have to open the system again. But once everything has settled down, I'll drain it again and I'll top it up with proper coolant. Just removing this timing belt cover now. That's the thermostat housing. That's the thermostat itself. So this little spring in here recoils when it gets to a certain temperature and allows the water to flow through the center of this. This is my new one, which is great. That's, oh look, it comes with gaskets and everything. And that's it there. So I'm going to try and test these. No, this has not become another one of those cookery programs. I'm going to test my two thermostats here in some boiling water. And later I'll pack this cooker for going to Berlin. So you can see it's already opening up a little bit already, and I did start with some warm water, but the new one is still firmly closed and the old one is opening quite a bit at this stage. So as our friend Dimitri from Greece commented on the last video, the new thermostat should open at 92 degrees centigrade, which is just before boiling. And we can definitely see that the old one has been opening up long before the water got anywhere near boiling, and the new one is just about opening as it's simmering away there. So you can see the gap behind the thermostat, and that has dramatically shown what the problem was. So we'll just get that one fitted back in now, and we'll hopefully keep an even temperature from now on. So we just have to fit this little rubber ring around the edge of this. I'm using the old one, it's in better shape than the one that came with it. So that just slots in there and is sandwiched between that and the head, and the hot water comes into contact with that, and when it's up to 92 degrees, as Dimitri says, the spring recoils and the water flows through and out and into the radiator for cooling. Easier to put that in first. Gotta be gentle with these because they're only going into an aluminium head. I'll leave the cover off for a while just so I can make sure there are no leaks. for now I'm just going to top up with ordinary water, and then, as I said, once everything is stabilised, I'm going to drain the water and top up with proper coolant. Leave it long enough to settle and then top it up again later. After doing so well in the test, I think Gina deserves an oil and filter change. So just take out the sump drain plug. Tight. And I have one of these for taking off the filter, which needs to go that way. Brilliant. Multi-catch. I put in a small bit of clean oil just to kind of rinse it out, and I could see that it's changed colour, and that's coming out now. So I can put my sump plug back in. And I've got a new filter here. A little bit of oil around the ring. There we go. The ring from the other one stayed on. That was a surprise. Use my real hands. We can top it up now. So the engine has an oil capacity of about 3 litres. So I'm going to put in about 2.5, which will bring me down to about here, and see if we're registering on the dipstick at that point. Obviously it takes time to settle, but this is close enough anyway. Halfway. Let that settle a minute. Still needs a little bit of water from earlier on. That's had time to settle. That's about right. I'm going to disconnect the main lead from the coil so that there's no spark to the engine, and I'm going to turn it over until it builds up some oil pressure. There we go. Put the cap on. Connect the lead. Check that water level. It's all good. Ready for road again.